Hello YouTube, it's me again. I'm here with an update, a bump date, all of that stuff. I probably should wait until tomorrow when I have sunshine coming in my window and I can look better, but you know what? And it's not like the end of a really big day and all this. I'm not gonna do it. And do you know why? Because if I wait till tomorrow when it's daylight out, my kids will be here and it'll be chaos and craziness. And so we are here to do all the updates. This is our 12-week update, and I'll do a bump date, and my clothes look crazy, okay? My clothes look crazy. I did not take a picture today. I'll take a picture tomorrow. I was too busy doing other things today and taking other pictures today. So yes, there's the bump. It's there. It's bumping. I don't know. So it's still cold in my house, so that's why I broke up the fuzzy pants. So, I woke up this morning, my husband let me sleep in, which was so much needed because the night before my daughter slept approximately like about that much. So, he let me sleep in this morning. I was very grateful, and I was already like, okay, today's a big day because we have school, which we're going light on school. And we've got dance tonight and everything in between. There's a lot of stuff going on in my family. I need to do like separate videos for all of this stuff. Separate. But as for this video, I wake up, I check my phone and look at my notifications real quick. And what struck me funny is I had one from my medical provider. And I was like, oh, as far as I know, all of my test results are in except for my genetic testing that I was having done. So I'm like, that's gotta be it. Boop, boop, boop. I log in and I look at the label of the test and I'm like, I really need my husband in here because I'm about to find out the gender of this baby. And I don't want to do it alone. I had even contemplated, like, prior to today, I had even contemplated, like, who could I take my phone to look at this? Because I don't think my husband or I, either one, is going to want to look at it. So he actually, like, perfect timing, comes in the bedroom, and I was like, hey, I said, you've got to come over here. I said, I got test results. And he was like, okay. I was like, I don't want to open it. I don't want to look at it, like, you know. So this testing, it tests a lot of stuff. So there's a bunch of results. And we scroll down and there it is. There it is. And we're even taking double takes and everything because I think when you find out, so like I know the first one, but I think with both the girls, the nurse calls me on the phone and tells me, okay? With this, I'm reading it. And I think that he and I were both having that, hang on a minute, let's just make sure we're reading this right thing. And then, so here's the thing, before I tell you what it is. I have been saying, like, I'm excited. I don't want to make it sound like I'm not excited. But regardless of what gender this baby is, like, I'm going to need a minute. I'm going to need a minute to process it. There are pros and cons to having both a girl and a boy. And I know that sounds like maybe bananas. Like, I'm grateful either way. And like I told my mom today, after I told her what it was, I said, I don't think I have ever been so Switzerland in my whole life, especially about something so big. I don't think I've ever been so in the middle, because it's like the pros and cons of both like weigh each other out, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm glad this isn't my decision because I wouldn't make the right one. I know I wouldn't make the right one. And my husband, I feel like my husband knew what he would like, preferably or whatever. My older daughter wanted it to be a boy. At first, my younger daughter did not want a baby at all. And then when she started coming around to it, she wanted a girl. Adamantly did not want a boy. And my older daughter was like, if it's a girl, I mean, that's okay. But we kind of already have a couple of those. Like, I would just really like a boy. Okay. So, what we read on there was male. I am having a boy. For the first time in my life, I am growing and carrying a boy. And here's the thing, it's great. It's a blessing. There are so many pros to it. I don't even want to think about the cons, and I know that sounds so bad to even say that. They're very personal. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's a major blessing. God knew exactly what we needed. That's what it is. My husband is such a great girl dad, and our girls are so amazing that I feel bad saying this, but even my mom said this. My husband deserves this. My husband deserves to have a boy. He's such a good man, and that's what I've said the whole time is gender doesn't really come into it. Like, that's the way I feel about it, is gender doesn't really come into it. But I was excited to have my girls, and they're his girls too. They are crazy about their dad, and he's crazy about them too. But my husband is such a good man that it would be wonderful if he could facilitate that with another male to pass down. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to pass things to my daughters, and granted, they're only getting to be a certain age now where I feel like I can start to do that. Obviously you have a baby, they're a baby, you know what I mean? But there's certain things of like being a female and womanhood that I want to instill in my girls. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. They are good girls though, so I can't say. But there are things that I want to pass down, and I can only imagine my husband feels the same way. And so it's been a whirlwind. I sat frozen in my bed with my phone in my hands for a minute. And then I was looking at other test results and like what all that was looking like. Everything was looking good, and in the end it was all good. The only thing that's kind of like I'm not sure, and I've never dealt with this before either, is that I am Rh negative. So that means I have to get the RhoGAM shot. I've done that with all my pregnancies. I've had this testing done with all my pregnancies, but I do not remember with the girls finding out their Rh factor while I was still carrying them. I got the RhoGAM shot with them just in case they were positive. And then after I had them, I didn't have to get another one. Now with this one, this baby is positive. I'm going to have to go and get the RhoGAM shot. And then after I have them, I'm going to have to get the RhoGAM shot. Other than that, it doesn't change anything about the plan for pregnancy. As I said, all the other, like everything looks good. I am 12 weeks today, so I started my daily aspirin today. So that's good, because I was afraid I would forget. I didn't forget. And then between 15 and 20 weeks, like I go back in February. I don't remember when. It's probably going to be like the 3rd week of February or something like that. And I don't know. I'll have to do the math because I don't know what I'll be at that point. But I do know that between 15 and 20 weeks, which it'll probably fall in there anyway, I have to go and get another genetic panel done to test for some other things. And then I know at 20 weeks you do the anatomy scan, and I think it's like around 20 weeks you do your glucose test. Say a prayer for me for that. I have to pass that. Listen to me. I have to pass that. So there's those things, and then at the 28-week mark I'll have another antibodies test, and I will get the RhoGAM shot. So that's just like a few things, but so far everything has come in really good. I am having a boy. I am 12 weeks today, and I have told my parents, I have told my grandma, my husband FaceTimed his parents tonight, and then I'm sure he's calling his brothers right now, and then tomorrow I know he has to call his grandma. And then once those people have been told personally, I took some really cute pictures today. I took like an announcement picture, and then I took a gender reveal picture because actually my older daughter wanted to find out via like gender reveal with like a balloon. So I was having to be very secretive all day, even like when I told my mom, because My girls didn't know. I had to do my daughter's school like lesson. They had to get baths. I wanted their hair to look nice. I had to make a run into town to get like a few things to do it and everything. And so then finally, so my younger daughter did not have a nap today, and it's been not good. But anyway, we took an announcement picture, and then we finally were able to do the gender reveal to where our girls found out what it was and that we were having a boy, and one was very excited and one was very upset. And so, but anyway, I took very cute pictures. I mean, they're not perfect, they're not professional, and like everybody's like faces, expressions didn't seem to really be cooperating as much. So for the announcement picture, it's my husband and I sitting on our front steps, and our kids are spraying us with silly string. And my husband's holding a sonogram picture, and I'm holding a pregnancy test. I'm looking at him, he's looking at the camera. And my younger daughter couldn't press the thing to get everything to spray out, so she's got this look on her face. And my other daughter is like focused, and she's like that. And then in the other one, for the gender reveal, the girls' faces are great, and my husband's is okay, but you can tell he's saying boy, like it's like, you know, it's kind of like that he's popping the balloon. And anyway, I'm not in that picture because I was taking pictures. We just did it with just the 4 of us, just because, you know, you do a big to-do and you involve everybody, and it's a lot of planning, and it just takes longer to get the information out, honestly. My daughter, I wasn't going to do a gender reveal at all, but my daughter wanted to do it, so I said, okay, we'll just do it for you guys. It'll be great. We'll take pictures. It'll be part of our announcement. Yay. Perfect. So it's done. We just have a couple of people that have to be notified, and then I'm going to post my pictures and make our announcement, and then I will be able to make all of these videos, which I've only taken a few, but I will be able to make all of these videos that I've taken thus far public. And then my plan is to do at least weekly updates, just like I did with my daughter and my pregnancy with her on this channel. I will do bump dates, I will talk about my symptoms, I will talk about where I'm at, what the doctors are saying, because I want to document this for me. So as far as symptoms, here's what I'll tell you. Heartburn went away, but it's come back, but it may just be my diet. I'm not sure. I am trying to get a grip on the sweets. And I've been doing pretty good, but tonight I had bought some brownie bites, and I had 3 of those brownie bites. So that's not good. But I didn't have a lot of, I don't think I had any other sweets today. So that's better, but it's just, it still needs improvement. I just need to cut more of the sweets out. I want to pass that glucose test. I don't need to be doing all of that. So the heartburn's back. Headaches. Headaches are rocking my world. I don't know if we're fighting something though, because I know my daughter was sick. My husband's feeling kind of sick. So is that what I have going on? I don't know. I mean, I have a little bit of stuffy nose, which you can also get with pregnancy. It's just hard to know. But this headache is just relentless. But everything, like even without me Googling anything, on these baby apps that I have, it's like headaches are very common in pregnancy. It's like headaches. And I'm like, yeah, got that. Headaches and heartburn. I'm like, it's me in a nutshell. It is me in a nutshell. Plus fatigue, I'm tired. And then if your kid doesn't sleep at night, that makes it worse. I'm having like very dry, like chapped lips. Like I almost feel dehydrated all the time. So I am trying to drink a lot of water, which makes me pee a lot. Yeah, it makes me pee a lot. Anything else? I'm just trying to think of anything that I've noticed. I mean, I've noticed the weight that's on my body that was here probably pre-pregnancy. I've noticed it shifting. It's been a few days since I checked like the scales, but it's not like I have a lot of weight gain. It's not like there's a bigger number on the scale, which is good. And I don't want to see, like, trigger warning, I don't want to see that number climb a lot, because I am starting this pregnancy off higher than I did with the other one. So I really want to kind of keep my weight down. And if I keep eating the way I've been eating, I'm not going to. Okay, but I've noticed it distributing differently, which wearing what I'm wearing, I'm going to look bigger. I know that about myself, but I've just noticed, like, I was noticing that I looked actually really skinny front ways on, and then this was like, oh, and this doesn't look baby yet. You know what I'm saying? But I've almost noticed, like, even my butt, my legs and everything seem more flabby. So I'm trying to start some exercises and do that. That's something I don't know if it's pregnancy, hormones, whatever, but I mean, I've noticed it. Maybe it's being snowed in. I don't know. I wasn't like overly active before, so I don't know that I can think of anything else that's going on, and that's even what I told my husband is I don't know if we're fighting a sickness or not. But I mean, this could be like maybe the easiest pregnancy to date. Because there's not a lot. Am I dealing with stuff? Obviously, the heartburn and the headaches, they're kicking my butt sometimes. But and the fatigue. But I was so sick with my second daughter. Oh, I was so sick. I was so sick, but it made me like get real skinny, you know? But I was so sick. It was miserable. Miserable. With my older daughter, I had nausea, you know, some, and I had stuffy nose, and like I had some of that stuff in my early, like my first trimester, but it was more when I started getting the preeclampsia symptoms that my pregnancy with her became more difficult. This one, so far, I'm definitely pregnant. I definitely don't feel like great or anything, but I don't feel miserable. Which I know it's just my first trimester, but you know, it's my first trimester. And those tend to be like, I don't want to see one single person. I feel so terrible. Don't even look at me. Don't try to hold a conversation with me. I don't want to talk to you. I feel like crap. This isn't, I mean, I have days where I kind of feel like that a little bit, you know, especially if I haven't had any sleep or something like that. But for the most part, it's not how I feel. Like, I feel fine. Just if the headache would go away, and when the heartburn subsides, I'm not dealing with that, you know, but just the headache, if the headache would go away, it's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, they tell me I'm growing a person, and I'm expanding, so I guess I am, you know. So it's not so bad. Anyway, that's it for now. That's it for today. Very big, very exciting things going on in this particular compartment of life. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.